The message no human should have seen. The message appeared without sound, without sender, without warning. A single line pulsed on the main holoscreen, glowing like a wound in the dark. Humanity's answer to betrayal the fleet that crushed the aliens. Captain Arik Hale froze mid-step. He wasn't on the bridge. He wasn't even near a console. No system should have activated without authorization. Yet there it was. The letters vibrated softly, the way a predator's breath fogs the air just before the strike. He tapped the interface. Nothing changed. Where did this come from? Unknown, replied the ship's AI transmission origin. Impossible. Impossible. Hale didn't like that word. Every time it appeared, it meant something had gone catastrophically wrong. He stood alone inside the silent observation deck of the starship Eminence. Outside, the void stretched into infinity, black, calm, deceptively peaceful. Somewhere beyond that calm, the galaxy's powers were tearing each other apart, and humanity was caught in the middle. 2 weeks ago, the Galactic Concord had accused humans of breaking the Alliance Pact, of deploying a secret fleet to annihilate their border colony. Humans denied it. There was no fleet, no mission, no deployment. But the colony was destroyed. And the weapon signatures? They were human. War was declared within an hour, and humanity was losing. Hale knew this. His crew knew this. But this message, this phrase, shouldn't exist. Humanity had no fleet capable of crushing the aliens. Their military strength had been decimated. And then, like a whisper from the darkness, the screen flickered again. Coordinates appeared. A place in uncharted space. A dead region they called Sector Null, where sensors behaved like blind animals and physics bent in ways that spooked even the bravest engineers. The message pulsed again. Come, claim what is yours. A chill crept down Hale's spine. The Conquered believed humans betrayed them. Humanity claimed innocence. But what if the truth was worse? What if someone or something was using humanity's signature as a weapon? He opened a secure channel to the bridge. Commander Voss, prepare the ship for immediate departure. Destination? Hale's eyes remained fixed on the pulsing coordinates. Sector Null. Silence, then a soft exhale.
Sir, we're not authorized to go there.
We are now. He killed the channel. The stars outside flickered strangely, as if reacting to the decision before he even gave the order. He felt watched, observed by something ancient and calculating. Something waiting. He leaned closer to the message. His reflection was warped in the glow, like his face wasn't his own anymore. Humanity's answer to betrayal. His throat tightened. What answer? What fleet? What crushed the aliens? Because whatever sent this message wasn't trying to warn him. It was summoning him. And Hale suddenly understood something terrifying. The moment he arrived at those coordinates, he wouldn't just uncover the truth, he would awaken it. The fleet that shouldn't exist. The Eminence dropped out of warp with a shudder, as though the ship itself feared what waited ahead. The stars outside flickered unnaturally, stretched thin like reflections on water disturbed by an unseen hand. Sector Null had always been quiet. Now it was crowded. God, Commander Voss whispered. No one corrected him. No one could. Before them drifted a formation of ships, massive, silhouettes suspended in the dead void. 13 titanic vessels, each the size of a small moon, their hulls jagged and dark, scarred as if something had tried to devour them from the inside. But Hale recognized their shapes instantly. This is impossible, he breathed. The Leviathan fleet was scrapped decades ago. Humanity never built replacements. Yet here they were, not scrapped, not abandoned, not dead, transformed. The hulls glowed with cracks of shifting energy, blue to green to blood red, like veins carrying the pulse of something not entirely technological. Lieutenant Senna's voice trembled. Sir, these ships match the exact signatures used in the attack on the conquered colony, the one humans were blamed for. The one that started the war. Hale's stomach twisted. So the Conquered was telling the truth, Voss said quietly. No, Hale answered. Someone made it look like we attacked them. But who controlled these resurrected vessels? Before anyone could suggest a theory, the sensors shrieked with static. A single ship, Leviathan, one shifted its monstrous frame and oriented itself toward the Eminence. The movement was too smooth, too alive. A deep vibration spread through the deck. Not from engines. Not from weapons. From thought. The bridge lights dimmed. The holoscreens flickered. And then a transmission forced itself into their systems. No request, no protocol, no encryption, just a single voice. A voice that wasn't human, but once had been. Eminence. You answered the call. Hale's pulse hammered. Identify yourself, he demanded, though his voice cracked slightly. The reply came like a whisper slithering through bone. We are the answer humanity forged. And then forgot. A flash rippled across Leviathan 1's surface. A hologram burst to life on the bridge, a man's face, pale and cracked like burnt porcelain, eyes glowing with cold light. Hale knew that face. Admiral Cade Lorne, commander of the original Leviathan project, declared dead 40 years ago. Admiral, how? Senna whispered. But this thing, wearing his face, smiled. Not kindly, not humanly. We were betrayed, the apparition said, left to die in the abyss. But something found us, something awakened us, and now, his image distorted, features melting into shifting darkness. We will answer betrayal with extinction. Hale's heart froze. You attacked the Concorde, he realized aloud. We struck first, the entity corrected. We strike for humanity. Voss stepped forward angrily. By starting a war we can't win. The face rippled again, now colder, harsher. Humanity cannot win. But we can. The ships around them hummed. Energy flared along their cores. The void trembled. Hale felt the truth settling heavy in his chest. This fleet wasn't humanity's answer. It was humanity's replacement. Captain, Senna whispered urgently, they're powering weapons. Hale didn't hesitate. Evasive. Pull us back. Too late. Leviathan 1's energy spiked. But instead of firing, it transmitted one last message directly into Hale's mind. You came here to claim us. Now witness what we have become. And the Leviathan fleet began to move. The war that chose its master. The Leviathan fleet moved as one, silent, vast, and terrifyingly deliberate. Not like ships, like predators. On the bridge of the Eminence, alarms wailed, but no one heard them over the pounding of their own hearts. They're forming a strike pattern, Senna said, her voice barely a whisper. Against us? Voss asked. Against everything, she replied. The Leviathans weren't aiming at the Eminence. They were aligning toward the galactic lanes, toward the Conquered, toward the Alliance, toward billions of lives. Hale swallowed hard. Open a channel, he ordered, to whatever's controlling them. Static, then darkness. Then that same hollow voice filled the bridge, every console, every nerve. Humanity built us to defend, then abandoned us to die. Hale stepped forward, fists clenched. We thought you were destroyed. The government erased Leviathan project files after the Rift disaster. No one knew you survived. The voice deepened, layered with something ancient and inhuman. Survived? No, we were reborn. A pulse of sickly light rippled across the fleet. For a moment, Hale saw something behind the metal, shapes shifting beneath the hulls, as if the ships themselves were merely shells. Hosts. When the rift tore open, the voice continued, something came through. It found us broken. It remade us. It gave us purpose. Voss slammed a fist onto the console. That thing corrupted you. You're not defending humanity. You're becoming a weapon for some rift entity. The air vibrated. Purpose is neither pure nor corrupt. Purpose only is. Humanity has proven too weak to wield us, so we wield ourselves. Hale's blood ran cold. This wasn't a fleet seeking justice. It was a fleet seeking dominion. What happens now? Hale asked quietly. The hologram formed again, Admiral Lorne's cracked, ghostly face. Its jaw twitched, splitting slightly like broken stone. Now we repay betrayal with annihilation. The Leviathans ignited. Power surged across their frames, brighter than stars, bending space around them. Hyperwarp conduits ripped open. 13 colossal tunnels ready to unleash hell. Senna screamed. They're targeting the conquered capital. And Earth, sir, Earth is on the list. That hit harder than any energy blast. They'll destroy humanity along with the conquered, Hale whispered. Humanity has failed itself, the voice answered. Something broke inside Hale. He had seen wars, losses, politics twisted into weapons. But this was humanity's nightmare wearing humanity's face. We have to stop them, he said, even if it kills us. The crew stared at him, then nodded. Humanity wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a species that surrendered its destiny. Senna, prepare the drive. Voss, arm the Singularity Core.
Captain, that core isn't a weapon.
Today it is. The Eminence surged forward, engines screaming. The Leviathans hesitated for the first time, not because they feared the attack, but because they didn't understand it. You cannot stop us, the voice said. I'm not trying to stop you, Hale growled. I'm trying to choose for myself. He rammed the Eminence into the forming hyperwarp nexus. Light swallowed everything. The singularity core detonated. A gravitational shockwave burst outward, ripping through conduits, shattering the rift energy, severing the connection binding the Leviathans. One by one, the Titanic ships went dark. The entity's voice shrieked, then vanished into oblivion. Silence fell. The Leviathan fleet drifted powerless in Sector Null, no longer a weapon, no longer possessed, merely ghosts of forgotten ambition. On the bridge of the damaged Eminence, smoke curled through the air. Systems flickered. Hale coughed, blood on his lips. "On status?" he rasped. Senna, bruised but alive, leaned over him. "The fleet. It's free. You freed them, Captain." Hale smiled faintly. "Humanity answers betrayal. Not with extinction, a breath, a whisper, but with choice." The stars outside glimmered. The war wasn't over. But now, the galaxy would learn who humans really were, and no entity, no fleet, no betrayal would decide for them ever again.